We're live. Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to HCDVCC Connects. That's the Harris County Domestic Violence Coordinating Council. Today is Monday, January 11th. We are 11 days into 2021. Just very briefly, what is HCDVCC Connects? This program has been created to provide a weekly Facebook Live show to connect with the organization's community partners and survivors of domestic violence while providing education, community resources, and engagement to connect survivors and systems that will lead to access to services and safety. And so this week we have with us Brandi Lowery, who is an attorney with Lonestar Legal. Lonestar Legal. Hey, Kathy Tatum, thank you for joining us. And so definitely as we go along today, if you have questions or comments, we like for this to be interactive because, again, this is an extension of the work that the Harris County Domestic Violence Coordinating Council does to make sure that we are collaborating and coming together with the sole purpose of increasing victim safety, holding batterers accountable, and preventing further acts of violence, and even more importantly, trying to prevent deaths as a result of domestic violence. So with all of that said, I am excited to have Brandi here with me today. I believe we met probably almost a year ago, correct?
Yeah, we did. We met at, you were on a panel and at, what is it, her story? I can't remember. We was at a panel. I was with Stephanie because I'm a board member for her nonprofit. So we met at a panel then, and then I came to one of your trainings you did in February. So we did an awesome training.
So here's the thing. A lot has happened in almost the last 12 months.
Right. A lot has happened. I missed the training. I missed the in-person training.
Yes. Well, as we were sharing right before we came live, that we are so thankful for modern technology, and because it does give us an opportunity to stay in contact with the community and to provide ongoing training. And just as we were having our own personal chat, training is so important and letting people know what resources are available. And so that's the whole point of inviting you on today with HCDVCC Connects, is that Lonestar Legal, I think many people may be familiar with the organization. However, we wanted to be able to have you to come and share about the program, the things that are available. And also we had talked about, there's a new initiative about bringing attorneys and social workers together. So we're going to get into that as well. However, to get us started, Brandi, if you would, please simply share about who is Lonestar Legal and what services do they provide?
Well, thank you for allowing me to be a part of your show. I greatly appreciate it. So again, my name is Brandi Lowery. I am a staff attorney at Lonestar Legal Aid. We service about 72 counties in like the southeast region of Texas. We are one of the largest nonprofits in the state of Texas, and we have various different units. So I am part of the last individual safety unit, which is under the LASA grant, and I'm part of a VOCA grant. What that means is my unit deals with domestic violence and sexual assault survivors. I practice mainly family law, civil, which is like landlord-tenant issues, and we deal like some non-disclosures, expungements. We assist with that. Lonestar Legal Aid as a whole, like I said, we have various different units. We have family law section, public benefits, consumer, environmental. So like I said, my unit is only focused mainly on the domestic violence, sexual assault, crime victims, but the other units house like the other areas and other population. Now, let me take a step back. Our clients that we represent, because we are a nonprofit, we assist with the lower income population, those that cannot afford attorneys. But you have to meet the federal income guidelines. And you can find that on like, I guess the federal income website or whatever, like one of the state government, the federal government website. You can find those qualifications. But it's usually those that are meet a certain income guidelines, and we assist those. And like I said, you don't have to be a domestic violence or sexual assault to apply for Lonestar Legal Aid because we have various other units. And like I said, we assist with public benefits. So if you need assistance with Medicaid, housing, any consumer issues, give us a call, you can apply. And there is and you have to apply to be eligible. So we have an intake, like central intake unit. You can call the 1-800 number or apply online, fill out the application, and they'll pretty much, ask you about your income. We don't do a background check. So I don't want anybody to think that, we go and do a background check. We don't do a background check, but we do ask about your income and your assets.
Okay. And let's take a pause because we're starting to really get some people come on, and I want to make sure that we're interacting and providing real-time information. So one of the participants is saying that they were recently assaulted. Hold on a second. Oh, where is it?
I do want to make a disclaimer that I cannot provide legal advice.
Excellent. So just in providing information for that person, I want to encourage you to call the 1-800 hotline number for domestic violence, and that number is 1-800-799-SAFE, 1-800-799-SAFE. And then also, let's see, my child taken. I'm going to really encourage you, yes, please, for that individual who just posted that saying, hi, I'm a victim of recent assault. I want to encourage you strongly, in fact, right now, to go ahead and make a call to the 1-800 number. Let them know what area you're calling from. You may be here in Houston, and let's get you connected to a resource. Let's get you connected to a resource, okay? And that's a big issue also, Brandi, when children have been taken and we don't know all the backstory. Yeah. And I'm going to say we won't go into the backstory here on this live forum. Also, you can inbox me. I am here in the office today, and let's see if we can get you connected. Let's see. Let me look at another.
So we don't do, I want to clarify, so we don't do criminal matters. So like if it's a criminal, we don't handle, because we're a civil firm. So if it's a civil family matter, then absolutely, she can call, or whoever, I'm maybe saying she, but he or she can call the 713-652-0077. If you're here in Houston, we have a 1-800 number, but it's also on our website. If they are able to access the website, go ahead and apply like right now online, and they'll ask, the intake worker will ask all those questions, go into detail on what's going on in their matter. But again, for purposes, I cannot provide legal advice, only legal information, because unless you become my client. Okay. That's just ethical rules.
So Riri, I am hoping that is helpful. Again, I want to strongly encourage you, call the 1-800 number, and also you can do an inbox. I'm here in the office today until 4. So let's see if we can get some assistance. Let's see, someone else said that Lonestar helped set my protective order in place through Houston Area Women's Center. Thank you, and thank you for all that you do. We love to hear those.
I'm glad you got the help that you needed. We really appreciate it, and we're glad that you're safe.
Awesome. The person, okay, so they're saying that the person is in jail and my child has been returned safely. Very good. Awesome.
Okay. Awesome.
So I just want to acknowledge some of the people here. Oh, the comments are hopping. Let's see. So go ahead and continue talking. So talk about the intake process. Talk about the intake process. And I'm going to be looking here at our chat box.
Well, the intake process is simple. So if we're in the modern technology. So let me go back. If you are able to apply, and I'm going to actually gear this mainly right now towards the domestic violence and sexual assault survivors, but it still applies to everybody. So if you are able to safely get onto the internet and get to the website, you can apply online. You can have the application online, or you can do it over the phone. And, you need your name, your phone number, social security number, birthday. We need the list. If it's a family matter, we need to know everybody that's in your, in your home or whatever, because we need to list everybody in your home. We need to list everybody who's working or has income. Now, one thing for sure is if you are a victim and you're trying to, we don't include the abuser's information. Let me say that. So for instance, if you, and I'm just going to hypothetically use a scenario like a man and a woman are married and the woman is being abused. and by her husband, and he makes $100,000, but the woman is only, the wife is only making maybe 20,000, or she's not home and she's a stay-at-home mom. We don't, if he is the abuser, we do not include his income in determining income process. So we do not include his income. So I want people to know, and it's either way, if a male is a victim and your wife is making the money, we don't include the abuser's income when you apply. So I don't want anybody to
be really good to know. And our moderator in the chat box, definitely let that information be captured, that the abuser's income is not calculated into determining whether someone can receive services from Lone Star. So that's very important. Thank you, Brandi.
Yeah, because I just want them to know, like, that does not deter you. But yeah, so they just basically ask you general information. We kind of a little bit get in your business, not a bad way, but it's just for eligibility purposes because we all have like grant requirements. Now, however, even if you alone make a certain amount of money and you still may feel like you don't qualify, we always have exceptions. There's always exceptions to the rules. And we also look at assets. So there's certain assets that we will factor in that can add people to be like an exception. So, and that's something that will be discussed when you go through the process. So at the end of the day, what I'm really saying is, if you are able to, please give us a call. Like, don't deter. Like, don't try to figure out, you at home trying to go through your income taxes or your paycheck stubs trying to figure out if you qualify or not. We will let you know that by the time you hang up the phone. But the process is pretty smooth and simple.
Okay, excellent. Talk to me about, because I got really excited. I think it was back in October when we were planning to have you to come on, and you were sharing about the work that Lone Star has begun doing, a new initiative of partnering attorneys with social workers. And I was so excited to hear about that. So I definitely want you to share that with our community partners, so that I see we have some staff here from the Bridge Over Troubled Waters that are watching. There may be people from Houston Area Women's Center. There may be someone from Houston Police Department or the Harris County Sheriff's Office that may come back and watch the replay. And so I think it's so important for our community partners and also survivors to know what to expect when they come to Lone Star. And I think, you were sharing about, the lessons learned from Lone Star about the importance of bringing attorneys and social workers together. So please share more about that with our audience.
So, and if there are any attorneys out there, we did a CLE regarding that, probably October, November. I did a CLE on social workers and attorneys working together. So if there's any attorneys out there and need some CLE credit, go to the State Bar of Texas or the Texas Bar CLE and get you some credit and figure, and get more in depth on social workers and attorneys working together. But this is a fairly new program, and it's done. Even Legal Aid of Northwest Texas and Dallas, they also have this as well, collaborating with social workers. So we have a social worker, and I call her my work bestie. It's like not a secret. Her name is Ashley Comier, and she is part of the CVU unit. So she's our social worker who provides the social services aspect to our clients. So we definitely believe in providing holistic services. So just because I say I'm an attorney and I'm giving you legal advice, or I'm even representing you, at times as an attorney, I am thinking I'm one track minded in a sense. I'm thinking basically more so as, I need to fix your problem. I need to get you away from this situation. I need to get you your custody. I need to get you your divorce. I need to get you out of landlord-tenant situation. I need to get you out of housing, or, whatever. But I'm not thinking about, okay, this person is trying to be saved from eviction, or I'm getting this person away from their abuser. What's next? Mm-hmm. Or in the process of me preparing for trial and depositions and things like that, I'm like, my client is not a good witness. I need help. I need somebody to calm him or her down. I need somebody to help me to get the information that I've needed. This person is breaking down. I'm not getting it. So that is the wonderful thing about social workers. Our social worker sent her a referral. She's on the phone with the client. She's providing those social services needs. She's providing housing for if she, the resources. She's giving out housing resources, rent assistance. She's telling the client, hey, I understand that you have a case coming up, but at the same time, you need help with food, even food. Because the client is not, they want to be divorced, but they also need to figure out how they're going to pay their lights on Monday or how they're going to feed their children. And I'm like, but I need you to be prepared on Friday because we got a hearing in front of the judge at 10 a.m. But they're worried about, but I got to feed my child on, Tuesday. So a lot of times our social worker, and that's what Ashley is for, is to come in and take care of those social services needs. And I say Ashley because that's our social worker. So I'm just like, that's why I'm throwing her name out there.
Shout her out. And so, again, I think what you're talking about and what Lone Star Legal has done is so important. Very often when we are having staff meetings, when we're talking and having training, what we know is that when you said that if you're focused on the divorce, you're focused on the child custody. However, if she or he is worried about where am I going to sleep tonight? Mm-hmm. My kids need food. If they're anxious and fearful about the basic needs, Maslow's hierarchy, guess what? They're probably not going to be able to give you all the answers that you need. They may not even show up to court because their basic needs have not been met. So even though you are providing a service that that person needs, I won't say that it doesn't matter. However, if I'm hungry, if I'm afraid of not having a place to go, not having my basic needs met, I can't focus on that divorce. I can't focus on that legal issue. And so I just think that this is just such an awesome program that you all are doing.
And I can even take it even more simpler. A lot of times, they don't want to talk to me. They get intimidated. It's like, they may not want to talk to me and be like, oh, she's an attorney. She's not going to understand. She doesn't get it. So it's like, they'll tell me their legal issue. But a lot of times I might not they may not give me the underlying issue, like of those basic needs. So I'll send a referral to Ashley because they might have said something, quickly to maybe be like, they need a referral. And then Ashley come back and be like, did you know that client this, and that? And I'm like, whoa, I needed to know that, but they didn't tell me that, which, in the law, it's helpful because it was like a lot of stuff because they were just simply too scared or feel intimidated to talk to me that, they feel more comfortable with the social worker and they just listed everything. And I'm like, oh, well, this is great to know. Like I needed to know this, or even in the middle of preparing for, because actually one good thing about it is because she is an extension of us, that everything that she says is attorney-client privilege. So that's protected. And at the same time, she can go to, when the world was open, she would go to court with us sometimes because she would be my advocate for my client. Okay. And, there are a lot of times because, again, I'm still thinking legally and I'm throwing out these legal terms or big words at times because I'm just like, trying to get everything prepared. Ashley's coming in and saying, okay, this is what she is saying. This is what the attorney is needing. And she'll come to mediation. I've had her in mediation with me a couple of times. My client is on 10 and be like, I want this, I want that, I want whatever. And I'm like, you cannot have this. And this is why. But I'm coming from a legal standpoint. And Ashley's like, okay, let me tell you why you can't. And break.
Oh, it looks like we may have frozen there. Hold on just a second. Bear with us. There seems to be a freeze. Let's see what's going to happen. I'm going to remove and see if we can get her back. Let's see, holistic question. Let's see. All right. Well, while we're working to get Brandi back, she's given us a lot of great information. Go ahead and put in the chat box if this has been beneficial for you. And also let me know if there are topics that you are interested in. Okay, let's see. I think I got her back. Hold on. Okay, we got you back. Yay!
I had to get him. I'm so sorry. My laptop, and I hope somebody at Lone Star is listening.
We're good. We're good.
In the middle. I don't know what happened.
It's okay. We're back on task. We're back on task.
I just want to put that out there.
We are live. We are live. So anything can happen. That's one of the other things I think I had asked you at the beginning while we were having our private chat. And I'll go ahead and throw this last question in, even though it won't be the last question. But I said, what have you learned in doing this work? And what was your response?
Oh, what I've learned is patience.
Patience. So even doing this, we've got to have some patience. It's okay. It is okay.
I noticed somebody put in there about they volunteer with Eastern Stars and Masons in their organization. I saw that pop in.
Yes.
I'm an Eastern Star. I just want to throw that out there.
Hey, we are collaborating and networking. I saw some networking happening in the chat box. And so that is the whole purpose of HCDVCC Connects, is that we want to bring people together. Even though we're social distancing, we can still collaborate and connect. And that's the whole purpose.
Right.
Definitely.
I absolutely agree. I do. Oh, patience. I'm great. It just completely.
Well, let's pick back up on we were talking about the importance of having the attorney and the social worker to work together. Mm-hmm. And I want to go ahead and move it forward and talk about some specifics in the time that we have left, because we definitely have community partners and we also have survivors who are here. I thought it was very interesting. And we'll probably do a whole segment on just this topic. However, we were talking during our private chat again about protective orders. So that is something that Lone Star provides, correct? Or that they will help with.
We will help with protective orders. That is one of the things. I actually like doing protective orders because that's one of the processes that are simple. That's the wrong term. They're quicker turnarounds, because the state of Texas, the law states that protective orders you can get you have to have a hearing within 14 days from the time you file. So like 14, give or take, we absolutely, I say give or take because the court systems can be backed up. So like maybe at the most a month, but protective orders have a very faster turnaround than like a divorce, where we say the waiting period is 60 days from the time you file a divorce, unless you have some few exceptions. So that's why I like doing protective orders, get you in and out.
And so let's say that I am a survivor and I am in an abusive relationship and I reach out to Lone Star. Mm-hmm. What would that process look like? Just the Cliff Notes version.
So let me say the process for me, because everybody, every unit, everybody, every attorney is different.
Okay.
So reach out to Lonestar Legal Aid. Now, our process is my managing attorney will review the notes, and she assigns it to either I or another colleague in my unit. Like I said, I'm the one that deals with the domestic violence and the sexual assault. So mine is a little bit more broader. She's more of the sexual assault. I am like basically if you're a victim of a crime. So I handle those. So that encompasses even if, like identity theft, things like that. So you're a victim of some type of crime and your crime is related to why you're calling, I handle them. So she'll read the notes. She sends a referral to me, and I'm appointment based. So to talk to me, I have a 2-step process. One, if you like, and this is if you are eligible, it'll go to my managing attorney. She'll review it, see the notes. She'll send a referral. I send it to one of my staff members, and they'll call and schedule an appointment. That's first.
Okay.
Then once you're scheduled an appointment, then I call, because I usually do mine all like in a day or something. And this is a weekly thing. So it's not like it's months. I have appointments every single week. And I also do outreaches with other community partners, such as like Bay Area Turning Point. I have a specific day for them where they send their clients directly to me for me to interview and determine. So and I deal with them once a month. So I have legal clinics with them once a month. And also with the Empower Survivor, I do the same thing too. But you're on the phone with me. So when I call, I encourage people, when I call, you might want to answer, because we have a 2-step. You get 2 phone calls, so you might want to answer. But if you don't answer, we'll send a 10-day contact letter, give you an opportunity to try to give us a call back. So But when I call, I'm the one that you're speaking to the attorney. So this is the time to tell me what's going on. Now, I have read the notes that they've gave to the intake worker, but I also have my own questions that I'm looking forward to. And yes, we are in Galveston County. Yes. So I basically just elicit facts. Like, I'm asking the questions, like, what services are you needing? Like, what is your legal service that you're needing? And I always, and that's one thing about Lonestar Legal, like, once I've gotten the facts, once you can tell me your situation, you're going to always get advice from an attorney, even me. You're always going to leave walking away with advice. Now, we can't take everybody's cases. So I just want to put that out there. Everybody that I talk to, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to take you. I may or may not be able to take your case. My managing attorney makes that decision. So I review all my cases with her. Like, after I'm talked, I provide advice. I will give you websites for you to go look at. TexasLawHelp.org is a great resource. It's created by attorneys. But I always would give you some type of guidance when you hang up, that you'll either feel better equipped to handle your case if you need to, or you'll have a better understanding prior to when you talk to me. And I'm not saying I'm trying to make everybody be an attorney, but again, a lot of times we can't help every single body. As bad as I want to help everybody and save everybody and help everybody with their problems, it's just not enough resources for us to be able to. But if I do take your case, then we're hitting the ground running. And a lot of times I'll tell people too, because a lot of people want to get started like today. When they hang up, they're like, oh, I'm going to go file this right now. And that's fine. And I say, go for it. And then if I take your case, I'll just pick up where you left off and we'll go from there.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, a person could go and start the process for their protective order on their own, and then you would come in and continue to assist with that process.
Right. And protective orders are free to file in the state of Texas. So there's no filing fee.
Okay. And what might be some things that a person might want to take into consideration when they're getting ready to file the protective order? How could someone make themselves ready to move forward to the next step?
To actually file?
Yes.
It's up to the person. If you've had enough, if you feel like your life is in danger. So protective orders, it's a two-step. You have to prove two things. One, you have to prove that there's a history of family violence. And, we know that's there because that's why you're wanting the protective order. Secondly, you have to show the court that future harm is likely to occur. So you're basically telling the court, if you don't give me this protective order, then he or she's gonna still come after me, and then it's not gonna stop. That's sometimes the hardest thing to prove, because we know there's history of family violence, but if he or she hasn't done anything within, say, a 3 or 4 month time span, that may be difficult. But I'm not saying don't go try, but just make sure, I'm not gonna say not make sure. That just can tend to be difficult to prove. But if you are fearful and scared of your life, then yes, try to apply for a protective order.
Okay. And as we're getting ready to wrap up, I guess when I talk about being prepared, so let's say that there is someone who is watching now or who will watch the replay. Are there any type of documents that people need? And when I was asking specifically about the protective order, I know in working with other agencies, they say, the person should be maybe jot down things that have happened so that the process goes a little quicker. So what are some tangibles that people should consider bringing to their appointment? And I assume that you're probably doing Zoom meetings, correct? Okay, so what things should they have readily accessible during that initial meeting with you or another attorney at Lonestar?
Well, if I'm taking your case, because I don't want it front, like I tell, don't send it to me in the beginning. Don't send it to me in the beginning unless something has already been filed, and then I need to review it in order to better advise. But once I take your case, then what I'm telling you is I want you to tell me your story, write out your affidavit, because you have to have an affidavit when you apply for the protective order. And you're basically telling me about the abuse, and you're telling me if there's abuse still going on, what's going on. Like this is the time to tell your story to the judge. And then we can come back on our end and just like kind of clean it up to, and kind of put it in time, like maybe a timeline order. But I encourage people this is the time to tell your story. So write down what happened, write down your past abuse. And I'm not saying if abuse, because you need a pattern. So if you've been abused consistently since y'all been together, write that down. Now there's a way where you can be too detailed, and we might not need everything
Right.
in the kitchen sink, but we need to know enough that there is a history of abuse. And then if the person is still being repeatedly harassed, or if they're still being abused again, like I tried to leave and he found me or she found me, or I'm scared that I can't leave my house because of threatening communication, definitely put that in there.
And just as a side note, January is also Stalking Awareness Month. And so that's being, if someone is being stalked, they may want to also include that as part of the affidavit as well, correct?
And then you get so protective, and then also for protective orders with stalking. So a family violence protective order is usually like a minimum of 2 years, and it can go more. I think stalking is you can get more than 2 years. I think it's maybe 4, but don't quote me because I'm going off the top of my head and I have a lot of numbers going through, so do not quote me. But a stalking protective order, you don't have to prove as much either with stalking.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Well, as we are wrapping up, and I want to thank you again for taking time out of your day. I want to thank you for sharing about Lonestar Legal. I hope that this has brought value and been a benefit to our community partners and also to survivors and those who are associated with survivors. What are some closing thoughts that you would like to share with other community partners and to survivors about reaching out for help?
What I would definitely say is definitely don't, if you know somebody, and this is for community partners, if you know somebody who is a victim and needs help, don't hesitate to call. Also, I would say and this is not just necessarily for community partners, but anybody who's listening who may have a friend going through that situation, don't judge. I learned that from you.
Yes.
Don't judge. Do not judge them. Do not ridicule them. Do not belittle them. Don't judge. Because a lot of times they don't know how to leave and they need somebody that they need to talk to. Even with a person that is in the situation, find a safe place. Find somebody that you trust to help you with assistance in leaving and get help. If you can't call us right away, call one of the hotlines. Get your stuff to also prepare your stuff to leave. Start gradually moving stuff out the house if you're still living with your abuser. Get your important documents if you have children, the birth certificates and things like that, all important. Put it at a friend's house. If you are not living with your abuser and you're scared to leave, reach out. There's somebody out there that is willing to listen. Call somebody. I stress that enough. Don't sit up there in silence and be alone, because domestic violence and sexual assault is definitely a silent killer because nobody says anything. Do not be afraid to say something. Nobody is going to judge you. Nobody is going to put you down. Seek help. And like I said, and if you know somebody who's in a situation, do not judge them. Do not help them. Don't put yourself in danger, but don't judge them. So.
Awesome. And also, you can let our viewers know you also have a Facebook Live program that. So share with our audience about that, because again, this is all about collaboration. This is about us getting information out about all organizations. So share with our audience how they can learn more by following your program.
So through Lonestar Legal Aid, because again, due to COVID, we're unable to do in-person outreaches. My unit has created what we call a podcast called The Safe Space. It's called The Safe Space. And we are Facebook Live through Lonestar Legal Aid every first Thursday of the month at 3 p.m. So it's me and another of my colleagues, Brandi Hightower. She's out of, I think, Belton, Austin area.
She got snow.
Yeah. Okay, so I get upset because I can't remember exactly what part of the she is in Texas, but her and I do a Facebook Live show together, and we discuss various different topics. Dealing with, we provide general legal advice on domestic violence and sexual assault issues, and of course, you will be on our show in February.
Yes.
You'll get guests on our show in February. So.
Awesome.
So check us out every first Thursday of the month at 3 p.m. through Facebook Live.
Awesome. All right. And final question, what has been the biggest thing you have learned outside of patience?
How to manage technology. Like Zoom. trying to adjust to practicing law via Zoom versus being in person, because I kind of like being in the courtroom, like in person. So that is my biggest adjustment. Also, I think that's probably my biggest. I think honestly, patience is my biggest. Patience, and yeah, because I mean, I've always had like a passion and understanding, because I've had that. But I think more like patience and just like I said, adjusting, adapting, like learning the changes, adjusting, adapting to the fact that, like I said, my court is through Zoom versus being in person, or having to my clients via Zoom versus being, hey, come to the office and let's discuss your case.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, again, I want to thank you for coming and sharing about the program. Definitely want to encourage people to reach out to Lonestar Legal for the domestic violence services. And you've also shared about the other services that are provided. So please visit lonestarlegal.org. You can call 713-652-0077. And it takes all of us as community partners working together. And that's what Harris County Domestic Violence Coordinating Council is about. Because what we realize is that only about 33% of survivors will ever reach out for any type of assistance. And so it's important that organizations like the Lonestar Legal, like Collaborating Voices, the Bridge Over Troubled Waters, Houston Area Women's Center, Child Protective Services, that we're all working together, because each of us has an opportunity to meet that survivor wherever they may be. Because again, only 33% are reaching out, and there's so many reasons why they may not be reaching out. And so legal services is something that many times when I'm in the community or doing Zoom trainings now, that people want to know what can be done legally. And there are legal remedies available. And that's why we need organizations such as Lonestar Legal. So thank you for the work that you are doing. And with that, we're going to call it a day. Thank you so much for all of those who joined us on the live, and for those who will watch the replay. Definitely put in the chat box #replay, and feel free to comment. And if you are someone if you are in an abusive relationship or you know someone, please have them call 1-800-799-SAFE, 1-800-799-7233. You are not alone. So again, definitely reach out for help. You're not alone. You don't have to go through this alone. Nothing happens just like that.
Right.
Everything is a process, and we have to learn to trust the process. And with that, everybody have a great week, and we'll see you back here next week. We will have a guest from the Landing. Our guest next week will be from the Landing, Hillary, and she will be sharing about human trafficking, because January is also Human Trafficking Awareness Month. And so we will be learning about the amazing programs at the Landing to assist those who are survivors of human trafficking. Brandi, Happy New Year, and have an awesome day. And I will see you in February.
Yes. Will.
All right.
For having me.
All right.
Bye.